6 degrees here, just the Mariners and Blue Jays. And Edgar Martinez, top of the 7th, Seattle down 6-4. Runner on third, and Martinez delivers. It's a bit of history because with 2 RBI on Thursday evening, Martinez breaks Harold Baines' record for most RBI by a DH, and he has 979. Bottom line, Blue Jays trail 8-7, and look at Reed Johnson battling. The single there with runners on first and second now, 2 outs. Take another look. Johnson, it does his thing for the single. Next batter, Carlos Delgado, first pitch, gone. A 3-run walk-off homer. He was booed earlier for swinging at the first pitch and popping out in the first and second inning. He delivers this time.
Angels, Blue Jays, team photo day in Toronto. Most of these pictures are going to feature Adam Kennedy. Top third, leading off against Miguel Batista. That'll raise your average up from 257. Whoa, big hop over Reed Johnson. That's going to the wall. Kennedy's going over to third base. 4th triple of the season. He would later score. Top 5, next day at bat. Leading off again. Good rip. Right field corner. It's going to rattle around there. This time, he'll find himself at second base with a double, and he would later score. Now top 6, more Kennedy. This time, just 1 base, but it's fine. Jeff DeVan will score, so he's 3 for 4, 2 runs, an RBI. Anaheim's going to win at 5-2. Their first sweep of the Jays since 2002 in April. First time they've done it in Toronto since 1989.
From the Toronto Blue Jays, manager Carlos Tosca. From the Toronto Blue Jays, pitcher Ted Lilly.
Ooh, got him. Good pitch. Lilly hung tough on him, gets the strikeout. No runs despite a couple of hits. 2 are left on base. We've completed 6. The earth may not move, but the roof's gonna.
Texas hosting Toronto. Rangers begin the night with the 3rd best record in all of baseball, but they're facing Roy Halladay, Cy Younger. Texas didn't give a rip. Check out this rip in the 3rd. Hank Blaylock. RBI single, 2-1. Next batter, Alfonso Soriano. Hey! You're an all-star MVP, RBI single, it's 3-1. 2 batters later, full count, Mark Teixeira, bases loaded, RBI walk, it's 4-1. Next batter, David DeLucci, RBI ground out, it's 5-1. Followed by Gary Mathers Jr., RBI ground out, it's 6-1. Halladay goes just 4 innings, shortest outing of the season, gives up 6 runs, admits afterwards he's not 100% since coming off the DL.
The 0-2. Fly ball, and reaching up and making the grab is DeLucci. That's DeLovely. That is a web jam.
Or delicious. Carlos Delgado, by the way, says he won't waive his no-trade clause. That was him who got robbed. Wave goodbye to that baseball. Soriano's 18th, 11-2. Lance Nix goes 4 for 4. And Brian Drees pitches a gem. Well, why the great start for the Rangers? Improved starting pitching. That's why at this point last season, Texas starters were 13 games below 500 with an ERA of 6.66. This season, the starters are 3 games above 500 and nearly 2 full runs have been shaved.
Jays and Rangers now from Texas. Blue Jays mascot walking along the rail. Oh, and he falls. Got to remember, there's a person in there.
The mascot is down.
Bottom first, no score. Mark Teixeira at bat facing Ted Lilly. Orlando Hudson. Great play to Rob Teixeira. We may see him a little later in the show. Bottom 4, 2 on, no outs. Teixeira at bat. Hey, Hudson, let's see you go get this one. 3-run shot for Teixeira, 3-0 Rangers. Teixeira's 8 home runs this month, tops in the majors. Top 6, Reed Johnson up, facing Ricardo Rodriguez with the bases loaded. But that's not going to hurt at all. Johnson leaves 3 on. Rangers remain up 3-zip. Top 7, Carlos Delgado up and down. Loses his bat in the process. Rangers going to win it.
First pitch to Mark, a swing and a high drive, right center field. It is deep. Rios is back. He's at the wall. That ball is history. It's a grand slam home run for Mark Teixeira. Unbelievable. He's done it again.
On 5, scoreless Busch against Damian Miller. We got 2 outs. Miller fishing. Next batter, Marco Scutaro. Scutaro says, you know what, why not? I'm going to try to bunt. Eric Hinsky, all over it for the out. Busch has got a no-hitter through 5, in case you haven't noticed. Top of the 6th, still scoreless. But then again, that's why I'm here to let you know these things are happening, right? Jays with only 1 hit. Rich Harden, oh, by the way, he was doing quite well and overpowering Eric Hinsky. 2 batters later, it's Harden again against Carlos Delgado, who was 0 for 5 with a walk. Harden struck out 8 and 8 2/3. What about Busch in just his 3rd major league start? Ask Mark Kotsay about him. And then Eric Burns is, well, he's trying, but getting nowhere. Bush, Eric Chavez striking out the side. Bush gets Chavez to do that. He's got a no-no through 6. Bottom 7, 2 out of Rubio Durazo. Durazo, good contact. Orlando Hudson. Great catch. Bush says, you know what? Thanks, my friend. Bush on the bench, nobody talking to him. Why? Because he still got the no-hitter. Bottom 8, 1 out. Bush facing Damian Miller. Miller, 34 years young. The veteran catcher simply breaks up the no-hitter with a simple base hit. Bush 7 1/3 of no-hit ball. Way to go. Again, just his 3rd major league start. Bottom 9, runner on first, 1 out. Jermaine Dye. Alex Rios. Yoga paying off for Alex. And we go to extras. And that was a top play nominee. We're in the 12th, bags full. Justin Lair getting Frank Menachino to pop out to end the threat. And the band played on. Bottom 14, bags full. It's that guy, Damian Miller, again. He broke up the no-no against Bush, and now all he does is have the game-winning RBI to win this thing for Oakland. And for Oakland down the stretch, every win is huge in the AL West. You know, the AL East leading Yankees play the last-place Blue Jays in 19 of the last 70 games. Pat Henkin, more walks than strikeouts this year. First batter, second inning, Hideki Matsui walks against Henkin. 2 batters later, Tony Clark walks. Bags full. 2 batters later, Bernie Williams. In a 1 for 30 slump in his last 8 games, broke out of that. Bernie went 2 for 5 with 2 RBI. Yanks playing without Derek Jeter, a small fracture in his right hand. He's day-to-day. Henkin walked from Sheffield. I thought I had some time to bring that news about Jeter because all Henkin's doing is walking people and being wild. Clark would score on that. It's 3-0 Yankees. Alex Rodriguez still in the box, and Henkin goes back to his old ways, walking A-Rod. So we got the bags full. Next batter, Jorge Posada. Posada drives in 2. 5-0 Yankees. Henkin, a nightmare. 2 2/3, 7 hits, 8 earned runs allowed, and 4 walks. 6-2. Bottom of the 3rd, out is Henkin. In is Bob File to face Sheffield, and File against Sheffield, who nails it. 398 homers in his career, tied for 39th all-time. The Yankees find a way to crush Toronto.
Arizona's opponent in that 0-1 World Series, the Yankees at home against the Blue Jays. Derek Jeter still sitting out with that small break in his right hand, but why not make yourself useful? A fan offers him a camera, and suddenly Jeter is Annie Leibovitz down there. Smile, say cheese, thank you very much. You might want to get doubles of those prints. Ready for his close-up, Orlando Hernandez. 3rd start, still working himself into pitching shape, but I'd say that is working. Vernon Wells swinging. El Duque with a picture-perfect pitch there. Top 3rd, El Duque still cruising. Gets Wells again. Alexis Rios goes down. It's a thing of beauty. Rios one more time. He struck out 10 in 7 scoreless innings. In fact, he did everything picture-perfect, but produce a run, so we're scoreless in the 9th when all is said and done. 0-0 game, 2 outs for Ruben Sierra. Time for his hero shot.
That one's hit deep to center field. Going back Wells on the track, leaping. See ya! A game-winning walk-off home run for Ruben Sierra. And the Yankees.
In living color, 4th career walk-off, first 1-0 Yankee win on a 9th-inning homer since 1969 when Joe Pepitone did it.
Ex-AL MVP George Bell never accomplished it. Neither did World Series hero Joe Carter, but Carlos Delgado did. The Blue Jays' first 1,000 career RBI man reached that milestone in Toronto's first 3-game sweep against the Devil Rays in 6 years.
It feels pretty good. It's pretty great. I take a lot of pride of, driving guys in and, come up with a big hit in a big situation. But it also reflects a lot about, your teammates. You can't drive yourself in all the time. So I've been very fortunate to play with a lot of great players.
Delgado's teammate David Bush continues to be solid. After going into the 8th with a no-hitter in his last start, the 24-year-old rookie had another effective outing on the way to recording his first Major League victory.
It feels good. It feels, obviously had a couple good starts and, things didn't work out my way, so it feels good to finally get one.
Is this one going to be a little bit more special when you tell your grandkids about it, that Carlos Delgado got to 1,000 RBI in your first Major League game?
That makes a huge difference early on, especially knowing that, by the 2nd inning I have a three-run cushion to work with. So, congratulations to him. It's a great milestone, and it really made it easier for me.
He certainly pitched good enough to have had to wait this long to get his first win. You know, he's a strike machine. He throws the ball to both sides of the plate. He's very poised out there, and you know, luckily today we got some runs for him.
Before the game, the Blue Jays bought the contract of right-hander Sean Douglas from Syracuse of the International League. He will take over the roster spot left by the now-retired Pat Henkin. In fact, Douglas will now make his Toronto debut against the Yankees on Monday night.
As for his team, New York at Toronto.
Yanks coming off the Sox series. Jays just swept the Rays. Sean Douglas making his first start in nearly 2 years. Jorge Posada, bases loaded, grand slam. Douglas says, baby, come home. Top two, still 4-0. Miguel Cairo, pop-up. First baseline, Carlos Delgado is going to be robbed by the fan. That's hardly the usual. Look at Delgado. He knocks the ball away from the fan. The dude was a Yankee fan, and he was ejected. Bottom 9, Toronto 5-3. Mariano Rivera in to close it out. He had a little trouble in Boston. Chris Gomez, men on second and third, 2 outs. Oh, Rivera with a ticket on the rock and roll pain train. 2 score. Rivera blows a save for the second consecutive game. We are tied. Top 10. Tony Clark, man on third, 2 outs. Where you at, Rock? Clark, deep left center. Vernon Wells can't make the catch. Posada scores 6-5 Yankees. Rivera blows the save, gets the win.
His teammates in Toronto on Tuesday night. Orlando Hernandez has been a nice surprise for the Yankees, but in the second with the bases loaded, Hernandez gets Chris Woodward to fly out to left field. That's the good news. The bad news, it's another Yankee starter hurt. You've seen it. Kevin Brown already on the DL. Hernandez leaves the game with tightness in the hamstring. Now, Bugs Bunny and Jerry Van Dyke both celebrating birthdays on Tuesday, just like Alex Rodriguez. The big 2-9 for him. A-Rod is celebrated a lot on this day. .433 hitter on his birthday, and in the third, for me, I shouldn't have. It's a solo shot for A-Rod, his 25th of the season on his 29th. 1-0 Yanks. Later in the third, Jorge Posada with a foul ball. A little scary. Greg's on, no neck guard there. Wedges in under the mask. He would be okay. That would sting, though. 6th inning, this stings as well. Orlando Hudson with a drive to right. Gary Sheffield gets it in. Miguel Cairo's going to throw it home. Alex Rios is going to test him. And there goes Alex Rios. He's out at the plate. Or is he? Carlos Tosca has other things to say. He argues otherwise, and he may have a point. Rios looks like he might have gotten under the tag. Tosca now was diplomatic. Frank Catalanato, not so much, and Brian Runge just put the rung in Runge. He's gone. 2-all, should be 3-2 Toronto in the 8th. Jorge Posada. Grand slam on Monday, 3-run shot on Tuesday. It's 5-2 Yanks. And then Gary Sheffield celebrating Alex Rodriguez's 29th birthday and his 400th career home run. Yankees win yet again, 7-4 the final in this one. As for Sheffield, becomes the 5th player to hit his 400th homer as a Yankee, and the first to do it since Reggie Jackson 24 years ago. In case you're wondering, Sheff's first career homer came on September 9th, 1988 against Seattle's Mark Langston. As for A-Rod, giving himself the gift of trotting on his birthday once again. Rodriguez, 5 homers on his natal day celebration, tying him for the most in Major League history with Al Simmons. 4 of those homers have come the last 4 years. Yanks on Canadian carpet Wednesday night. Gary Sheffield hit his 400th career home run on Tuesday night, the first against Miguel Batista. You are so not catching that. 440 feet, a colossal shot, his 22nd of the year. He becomes the 12th man in Skydome history to reach the 5th deck, 1-0. In the 7th, Enrique Wilson, foul ball off the helmet. Pretty spooky, got his bell rung. Wow, sounded bad, and I guarantee it sounded worse to Wilson. Take a look at the batting helmet, cracked. He would not be cracked, though. He stuck around, completed the at-bat, brought in Bernie Williams with the base knock. 2-0 Yanks. Wilson would finally lead the game. He earned that right. Jays got 2 to tie it. Then in the 10th, Vernon Wells declares it go time. His 12th of the year, 2nd career walk-off for him, and the 2nd time in 5 days the Yanks lose. Jays and the Rays. Toronto sort of imitated the Devil Rays uniforms. Now they get to see him up close. Carlos Delgado homered his last 3 at-bats against Jorge Sosa. Did I say 3? Make that 4. Solo shot, 14th of the season. Toronto leads it 1-0. Top 4. Devil Rays up 6-1. Delgado gets Sosa one more time. He owns this man. Second solo shot, 15th of the year, and his 5th straight at-bat with a home run against Jorge Sosa. Get him out of the game. D-Rays up 6-2, though. Top 7, same score. Orlando Hudson and Travis Harper. Hudson hits it to left. Carl Crawford, maybe the fastest guy in the game. Maybe not. Maybe it's his teammate, Joey Gathright, but a great grab either way, and he went a long way to get there. In the 9th, Blue Jays down 6-5. Danny Baez gets Alex Rios swing. D-Rays win at 6-5. Baez gets his 21st save.